So once again, welcome back, my dear students. So yesterday we discussed about the transportation system in human beings and also in some of the animals. Okay. So mostly in human beings, we can see the transportation is done through the main organ called as the heart, and blood vessels are there, and at the same time blood is also there. Okay, I think that you are very much familiar about this transportation in human beings. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce. This is Mithun Raj. Okay, from this part of the world, from Cochin, Kerala, and I hope all of you are fine, feeling well or not. Corona time, Corona situation. Everybody is know that. I hope all are feeling well, healthy, eating good food and all. Stay healthy, stay safe. Okay. Anyway, the government is going to declare that they will reduce some parts of the syllabus. Okay, they will reduce some part. As per NCERT books, the central board already reduced some chapters. They completely removed two chapters. I think it's fourth chapter from chemistry and one control and coordination from biology. Completely removed. But state government still didn't declare. Soon the declaration will come. Anyway, in my opinion, I will tell that you just study all the chapters because that's good knowledge. Okay, just read all the chapters. Because in future competitive examinations it will help. So the next part we are going to study is about transportation in plants, and don't think that there is any resemblance between transportation in animals and transportation in plants. Okay, it's completely opposite. There is nothing relation between the transportation in plants and in animals. Okay, there is nothing. That means this is a new part and we need to start it fresh. There is nothing. There is nothing same as in plants or as in human beings. In human beings, you know which thing carries oxygen, carbon dioxide and food. Yes, blood. But in the case of plants, I think you already studied in uh, all the classes. Simple thing like xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloems are there, which transports these food particles and water throughout the body. Anyway, you already studied how this food is made. It is made by this. Of course, it is photosynthesis. But the plants to live, okay, for the plants to show that they are alive, what they want this food to reach different parts of their body. So, have you seen a tree? I know it's a foolish question. Everybody has saw a tree in their life. So only the leaf parts are green, isn't it? Only leaves are green. But if you see the log, if you see the bark, if you see the stem and all, most of the part of the trees are not green. Okay, it's not green. So these plants, they must transport whatever food they are producing in their leaves to different parts of their entire that tree. Is it? So for that, two such things are there inside the plants, and it is called as xylem and phloem. Okay, xylem and phloem in detail we will study about that. So xylem is XYLEM, that xylem. Okay, XYLEM. So mostly xylem is behind the transportation of water. Okay, xylem is behind the transportation of water, and phloem. Phloem spelling also you just see PHLOEM here. Actually, there is no particular diagram in textbook, but in next class I will show another diagram. Otherwise, simply explaining means you won't understand anything. Okay, it does not make any sense. Reading textbook also does not make any sense. It's not elaborately given. But you just remember this, that food materials is transported by this phloem, and xylem transports what? Hmm. Water, okay? Water. You know, this root already they will absorb water from soil. Am I right or not? So, how is it done? Simply the plant cannot absorb the water. Can they absorb it? No, that means to absorbing water means some work must have done there. Okay, to work is done means it needs some energy. So, are the plants using their energy during that process? Or automatically it is happening? Like the earth is rotating automatically, like that it is happening. That's a big question for the scientist for lots of years. Hmm? After that, they came to a solution that there is something working inside. Okay, that means you heard about this transpiration, isn't it? You heard about this transpiration happening inside plants. That means they exhale out some water also during respiration. And whenever the leaves or the stomata of a leaf pushes out water, what is happening inside the leaf? There is a particular space is empty where the water was already stored. For example, if you empty out a bucket of water, what will you get? An empty bucket, isn't it? And that empty bucket is again ready to be filled by water. Okay, like a cycle, it is happening in plants, like a cycle. Hmm? If we think that small cups of water are there inside these plants, only just think, okay, it's not a reality. There is no cup inside any of the plants. If you think that small cups are there, and all the cups are filled with water, but the one such cup which is at the end of the leaf, end of that leaf, it is emptied out due to transpiration. So it will take water from the cup before. Like that, like a chain process, it will happen. And the last cup of water is where? The last cup of water is in the roots of the plant. Okay? And the last cup is also empty. So from where does the last cup will take water? Yes, the last cup will take water from roots. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about this process and all. After that, with the help of a diagram, I will explain. Otherwise, you won't understand that. Actually, one video must be there for your understanding. In YouTube, actually, it is there. And if you need, I will send the link of that video. Okay. I think it is in Hindi. I am not familiar that you are very much fond about Hindi, but I will explain it with the help of a diagram. It's now not that much important, but you must know it's a common sense thing that how the water is absorbing this food and all. You must know that. Anybody knows that? I hope no. You know anyway you are growing a lots of plants in your courtyard or in your gardens and all. But have you ever imagined how this water is being absorbed and how what is the process inside the plant which is occurring, and how the leaf greens turn and day by day how the plants are growing up? Yes, that we are going to study now. So you know that these plants does not need that much energy to live. Okay, human beings mostly we are moving. Okay, we are not not stable. We are not situated in a particular position like plant. Okay, we are free to move. So movement needs more energy. But the plants they are growing in a particular area. Their roots are deep rooted into the soil, so that they cannot change their position. I hope that nobody have seen the trees moving. No, only in fairy stories. In reality, trees won't move. Okay, if the trees move, it is dead. So that it does not need that much of energy. Okay, so let's see. The food is made in the leaves. But what is this xylem and what is this phloem? Actually, they are cells. Okay, tissues inside these plants, and it acts like blood vessels. Okay, blood vessels. It's not blood vessels. It only act like blood vessels in like our human body. Okay, there is no heart inside a plant. There is no heart. There is no blood. Only the xylem tissues are there, phloem tissues are there. Xylem they will absorb water and some minerals also. At the same time, phloem they will transport food which is made in the leaves. Okay, maybe you are thinking that if the plants or trees has a hurt, what will happen? You can see a lots of trees and plants dying because of heart attack. But there is no hurt inside a tree. Okay, never imagine that these all water and all is transported inside the tree by hurt. No, it is automatically done. Okay, some extra powerful things are there inside this tree. Some extra terms like root pressure. Okay, the pressure exerted by the root. That's a particular property of root of no particular property of the root of a tree, by which it can absorb water. Okay, a small amount of energy or small amount of ATP is used in that, but we will study it. I think in 2 classes we will finish it. So the components of xylem tissue, okay, tracheids and vessels of roots, stems and leaves are interconnected to form a continuous system of water conducting channels that reaches all part of the plant. See, the xylem tissues, they are connected like a chain. Understand? Have you seen a chain? Yes. Like that it is connected between each other. Blood vessels are a single pipe, isn't it? Inside the blood vessel it is hollow. But in the case of plants, these tissues are interconnected, like a long chain. And that chain, what it does, interconnected to form a continuous system of water conducting channel. That means it will absorb the water. Okay. Mostly the absorption is done from roots till the leaves. And in leaves it is, the extra water is given out through transpiration. Transpiration, not respiration. Okay, transpiration. Okay, let's see. And this xylem tissues, the plant contains the xylem tissues in the entire part of the plant. Understand? From leaves, from bark, from log, wood, root, everywhere. So transpiration creates a suction pressure. Suction pressure means what? If you take a small bottle inside your hand, or if you just take a good example is you are drinking a bottle of juice, you are using straw, isn't it? Am I right or not? Have you drink something with straw? For example, any milkshakes, any juice, any soft drinks, lime water, lemon water, what all things. That pressure we are generating inside our mouth on that straw. That pressure is called as suction pressure. Okay, because of that suction pressure, that juice or water or whatever things we are drinking, it comes up. Okay, simply if you are placing a straw inside our mouth and simply dipping inside that juice, will the juice come to our mouth? No, we need to make a pressure inside our mouth. That type of pressure is called as suction pressure. Okay, the same suction pressure is created by this transpiration. Okay, in the end of the leaves, in the stomatophore, when the water is released into the atmosphere, this transpiration creates a suction pressure inside the mouth of the, inside the plant. Okay, and that suction pressure result of which water is forced into the xylem cells of the roots. That means from top to bottom, the water is sucked due to this suction pressure. Understand? It is automatically happen. A small amount of energy is used, but very, very small. Let's see. Then there is a steady movement of water from the root xylem to the plant parts. I told xylem is everywhere inside the plant. Okay? So it acts like a chain. Even if you see a big tree, okay, that much long chain of xylems are there inside that tree. So when one drop of water is exhaled out due to transpiration, that same amount of water is being absorbed by the root. Understood? It's like a chain. It's like a chain process. Like a straw, it is sucking. These xylems, chain of xylems will act like a straw, and it will suck in water from the roots from the soil, through the roots, through the stem and the branches and the leaves and pore called as stomata. Okay. Okay, one question. Stomata is surrounded by a particular cell. What is it? Okay, fine. How many of you know that it is guard cell? Okay, fine. So you will remember that what all things you have been studied yesterday, not yesterday, weeks ago. So this is the method of transportation inside the plants. The water from the soil, it is being absorbed by xylem tissues. Okay, xylem is like a chain structure, and transpiration creates a suction pressure. Okay, suction pressure means the same pressure which we are exerting during drinking some milkshakes or juice with the help of a straw. Alright or not? Okay. The same thing happened. Okay. There is no any straw inside plants, but this chain of xylem cells forms like a straw, and it will absorb water from the soil. Okay, through the roots till the leaf. Next one is what? Food transportation in plants. You know that phloem transports food materials. Okay, actually it's phloem like that we can pronounce. P is silent there. PHLOEM. Okay, for better you just pronounce it phloem. Otherwise you will forget to write the P. During examination, pronunciation is not important, spelling is important. And one more time, I will tell that in science, mostly the teachers won't check for spelling mistakes. Okay, mostly the teachers won't check for spelling mistake. What they will do, if proper noun you are making spelling mistake in proper noun. Okay, in the case of this transport food, in food you make spelling mistake, no problem, marks won't be reduced. But phloem is a proper noun. Okay, it's the main word in that sentence. If you make spelling mistake there, means that's a problem. Okay, better study all these spellings. The main thing about biology is that biology is a simple subject. The main problem is all these new words, lots of new words are there. And that much new words means your head will be, brain will be burned out. So just think about that and practice these new words daily. Just pronunciation and write the spellings, it is fine. Writing is better than pronouncing. Okay, let's see. Phloem transport food materials from the leaves to different parts of the plant body. You know that water we are getting from the soil. So, which part of the plant is near the soil? Of course, it is root. But this food is made where? During photosynthesis, food is prepared inside the leaves, and now the leaves has the food. So, these phloem tissues are there. Don't misunderstand that there is no phloems in root. The entire plant body consists of both phloem and xylem. Understood? The entire plant body. And phloem takes food from leaves to different parts of the body of the plants, and water is taken by xylem. That's the difference. Only that's the difference. Water, xylem, food, phloem. Okay, let's see. The transportation of food in phloem is achieved by utilizing energy from ATP. Okay, in the case of transpiration, automatically it is happening. There is no need of that much energy. But in the case of this, to transport food from different parts of the different leaves to the different parts of the plants, a bit energy is needed. This energy is already stored inside the leaves, isn't it? Only a small amount of energy these plants are using, not too much. So what is happening after that? As a result of this, the osmotic pressure in the tissue increases, causing water to move into it. So whenever this energy is used, what is happening inside? Osmotic pressure in the tissue. Osmosis, you know what is osmosis? Diffusion and osmosis. I think diffusion means the movement of molecules from higher concentration to lower concentration, and in the case of osmosis, movement of water from higher percentage area to lower percentage area. So osmotic pressure in the tissue increases, causing water to move into it. Let's see, I will tell it in details with the help of a diagram. If I get a video, I will provide that. That will be better to understand. So this pressure moves the materials in the phloem to the tissues which have less pressure. So when this water creates pressure, automatically that pressure moves the materials. That means that food materials in the phloem to the different tissues which has less pressure than the osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure is applied because of the effect of water. This is helpful in moving materials according to the needs of the plant. For example, the food materials such as sucrose is transported into the phloem tissue using ATP energy. That means simple, these new words, just leave it. Why it is happening? These phloem tissues, what they are doing, they are taking energy. They are taking the ATP energy and they are moving this sucrose or the food which is produced inside the leaf to different parts of the trees through phloem tissues. Okay? In this case, phloem is using some energy. In before case, xylem is not using any energy. Only that is the difference between transportation in food in plants. Phloem, food. Xylem, water. The case of xylem, no energy required. Transpiration causes the suction pressure. Understood? Here, food is carried by phloem. And in that case, what is happening? ATP is used to give that osmotic pressure. Because of that osmotic pressure, what is happening? Food materials are moved inside the phloem tissues. So this is transportation in xylem versus transportation in phloem. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this. It's very important 3-mark question. Mostly this questions is asking from this part, but you must just read all those things because it's very good knowledge. Very good knowledge. It is good to have this knowledge about these plants and all. Lots of people know about human beings, but you must know about plants also. Just transportation. What is the difference? Transportation of materials in xylem and transportation of materials in phloem. Xylem tissue helps in the transport of water and minerals. No doubt, isn't it? Water, minerals, xylem. Minerals, how they are transported, we will discuss later because this is a bit confusing. Okay, not confusing, a bit difficult than this. Phloem easily transports food, xylem easily transports water, but in this case, it's a bit more happenings are there inside the plant that we will discuss afterwards. Phloem tissue helps in the transport of food, no doubt. Next, water is transported upward from roots to all other plants. Food is transported in both upward and downward direction. No doubt about that. Anyway, root is absorbing water, so mostly root is at the bottom of the plant. Any doubt? I don't see any of the trees or plants which has root in the top. Am I right or not? Oh, there are no roots in the top of the tree. So, this xylem is transporting water from bottom of the plant to the top. But in the case of leaves, we can see leaves in the middle part of the tree, upside the tree. Under the tree, there is no leaves, but in different parts of the trees, we can see leaves. So, phloem takes food in upward direction also, in downward direction also. Transportation in xylem occurs with the help of simple physical forces such as transpiration pull or transpiration suction. We already discussed about that. Whenever transpiration is happening, this water is thrown out of the stomata, which leaves a small pressure, suction pressure, same pressure we are exerting while drinking cold drinks and all, with straw. Transport of food in phloem requires energy in from ATP. All the things we already discussed. Okay, I think this was an easy part. So no. Anyway, based on this, quiz will be there soon. So prepare for that. Only 3 or 4 portions are there, isn't it? Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, only that much. Try to score full marks. And all these things, applicable level questions and all, diffusions and all, transpiration, function of transpiration, that we will discuss later. Okay, and after that, next class, this transportation in plants will be finished, and after that we will go to the last part of the chapter, excretion, and it's a very simple process. Okay, so that's it, my dear kids. Wait for the quiz. Next class we will discuss about what? We will discuss about the remaining parts of how the plants are absorbing minerals. It's also done through roots. Minerals are in soil, but something else is happening there. Okay, not simply the suction pressure or ATP, something special. Okay, let's see about that. So that's it for tomorrow. That today. Sorry. Tomorrow we will continue with the class. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. Okay, what all works giving, do it, because you don't have that much time. Okay, because of the situation, already 2 months over, isn't it? Tomorrow is the end of the second month. Still, normal classes didn't start, and for at least one more month, this class won't start. After that, we will hope for the best. Anyway, it will take 6 months to complete the entire syllabus. Sorry, don't think that I have corona. It will take 6 months to complete the entire subjects, and 6 months revision is needed for science at least. That much time we don't have, so don't waste any time, and make it interesting. Okay, try to make science interesting, otherwise it will be a wasting of time studying science. Okay, I hope it is interesting, isn't it? Okay, then fine. So I am Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world, my dear kids. Stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind.